What's up, people? What's up? It's your boy Quincy Murdoch with another episode of Not Just Music Podcast. Man, here y'all with some more facts, some more history, mixed in with real life, real situations, personal situations of my own. How often do you hear people say, man, they working us like slaves out here? Or I feel like a slave. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I found myself saying that a lot in life. You know what I'm saying? And not actually knowing the true feeling or definition of slavery, right? So I want to read what slavery is, what a slave is basically. Slavery is a system where individuals are treated as property and forced to work without compensation or freedom. It involves the privation of personal liberty, often included restrictions on movement, occupations, and even choice of sexual partners. Historically, slavery has existed in various forms across many societies, with some individuals being enslaved due to capture in war, debt, or punishment. Okay, let me stop right there. With some individuals being enslaved due to capture in war, debt, or punishment. Punishment. Let's talk punishment. So when we're punished now, when you break things, break laws now, you're punished. And what do? They send you to prison. So prisons, it's laws, certain laws in certain prisons is they can actually enforce slavery mentality, slavery guidelines. For example, prison in Angola, a notorious prison in Louisiana, it's still prisoners picking cotton on fields. You have to go get your food, pick your food to eat. You know what I'm saying? And then it could be 100-degree weather, 80-degree weather, cold, 50 degrees. You got to go out there and pick cotton, and you got to go out there and pick your food, basically. So they don't. Slavery is not like it used to be, but it's still enforced in certain ways. One thing that I would say when it comes to working, I'll say this. I know the workforces can be very tough. I know the supervisors can be tough. I know it can be a lot of favoritism. I know the responsibilities that Black African Americans face every day when they step into a job, when they step outside. I know that. And I truly understand that. Do I think it's favoritism still with other races over blacks? Yes. Do I feel like blacks have to live up to more and prove themselves more and be thankful you're here mentality that we have to have? Yes. I feel like it's still a lot. We still have a lot to prove. You know what I'm saying? And we're still at the bottom of the barrel, I think. But I will say things have changed. And when I read slavery, it says a system where individuals are treated properly and forced to work without compensation. Nowadays, you have that choice. If you're not getting paid, if you don't feel like they paying you enough, guess what? You have a choice. You have a choice to leave that job. You have a choice to, what I'm saying, find something better. We have choices. And that's the thing that back then slaves didn't have. They didn't have the choice to just up and quit. If they quit, they got beat or they got killed. They had to work on the fields. They had to pick cotton and this and that, or it was consequences. Nowadays, we have the freedom to just walk off a job if we don't feel we're getting compensated enough. We have that freedom. So, in that sense of form, I think it favors us on that. I really think a lot of people use the slave mentality for excuses for not trying their best, not going to the full realm that they could, or doing completely what they could do. You know what I'm saying? They best. Every time something doesn't go their way, they want to blame it on, oh, it's because I'm black or this and that. And most cases, In some cases it can be, but my thing is you never want to rely on that and have that excuse for yourself to why you can't make it. I feel like you should think positive. Yes, I'm gonna get this job. Yes, I'm gonna go out here and get it. I'm gonna go out here and make it. You know what I'm saying? No, I forget they know. I'm saying yes. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna be able to take care of my family, provide. So it's the mindset that we have, and that's more of the type of person that I am. Like we need to take back ownership. We need to take back identity. We need to take back us, how we feel, how we really how we view ourselves. Stop looking at how the world views you and how do you view yourself? Do you love yourself? Do you know you're special? Do you know you can make it? You can, and we can. So it's the mentality. And even slaves back then with little to nothing, they were happy. For some reason, they were happy people. They were still happy. And they've always found the good in the bad.
What's going on? It's your boy Duan Barino from Not Just Music Podcast. I have a very special offer for you guys via morelabs.com. If you're that type of person who loves to drink coffee, but you don't want to always drink coffee, or if you're the type of person that doesn't drink coffee at all, but needs a very much needed push boost in the morning, we have something for you. Morning recovery supplement. It is very, very useful. It is very, very highly effective. Also, if you're the type of person that, you got drunk the night before and you wake up in the morning, you had a hangover, guess what? It works for you too. All right. So at the end of the day, if you head over there to morelabs.com, we have something set up for you already at checkout. All you have to do is enter the code NJMP and you will receive 25% off instantly. How about that? Can you beat that? Head over to morelabs.com, all right? Peace.
And that's another key that I feel like we should do today. And let me elaborate on that. I always see the good and the bad. Okay, I gotta get up at 5 every morning to go to work, right? I gotta drive 30 minutes to this job. But guess what? This job is paying you. This job is putting a roof over your head. This job is feeding your family. This job is providing. This job is putting money into that business that you want. You know what I'm saying? Until it comes off the ground, it's providing that. So always look at the good with the bad. Yeah, it's going to be some bad with everything, but look at the good in that bad situation. Your supervisor might not like you, but every day you're able to step on that floor, punch that clock, and get paid to work. Something slaves didn't have back then. It's a blessing. Change your attitude, change your perspective. Always look at the positive, even with a whole lot of negative. And that's one thing I think blacks back then had. They always looked at the good. They always looked at the good. And they always made a way. Goes into my next key, make a way. A lot of inventors invented things because they didn't have desperation. So a lot of individuals had a lot of individuals back then, black individuals, they succeeded more when they didn't have, when they were at the bottom of the bottom of the bottom. So if you got to get 2 jobs, 3, 4, whatever you got to do to make ends meet. You have that ability now. You have that right now. They can't just shut you down. Yeah, they might not bluntly shut you down. Some of them will use the race code. I admit that. Some will use the race code, but we're at a better playing field now than we were back then. Most definitely. So I find myself using that term, using that saying lightly now because I am blessed. Every day we wake up, every day We get to go outside of our house every day. We get to eat at the same restaurants as everybody else. It's no every corner you go on, it's not harassment all the time because of your skin color. And we can vote. I'm saying we can vote. Use those things that those people back then didn't have, our ancestors didn't have, and fought for so hard. Take advantage of that. That's another thing. Take advantage of these things that our ancestors and blacks didn't have back then that we have now. Let's utilize it. Let's make something out of it instead of just letting it go from the wayside. It's a blessing we have more rights. You know what I'm saying? Innocent until proven guilty, they say. Judicial system. We say what you want. America probably has the most fairness judicial system out of the whole world. And even though it is a lot of verdicts that probably, went against blacks, it's a lot of black people that actually succeeded in the judicial system and beat them charges. It's a lot of people of color that beat the system also. So we have to put light on that part too. That's not just talk about the brothers and sisters that's getting thrown away from the system. Let's talk about the brothers and sisters that's beating this system. Let's talk about the ones that's making it. Let's talk about the black lawyers that's becoming lawyers. Let's talk about how these black kids are becoming nurses and doctors and lawyers and policemen. That the good black people that want to change the police force and want to bring change to the community. Let's talk about that. I'm saying let's spread light onto the positive. Let's spread light on more onto those things. And I feel like once we spread more light onto the positive, I feel like and we compare and contrast. Then from now, I feel like a lot of black people, a lot of people will look at things differently in a different light. You know what I'm saying? I really feel that way. So don't use slavery. Don't use your skin color, black. Don't use that as an excuse. We are the even playing field, more of an even playing field than we were back then. It's a lot of opportunities out here. I have what I'm doing right now, using my voice. This is an opportunity. This is a blessing. This I'm thankful for this because you know how much they want to shut black African Americans in general up. They don't want us to talk. They don't want us to expose the truth. This is a blessing. And I can do this now freely, something that slaves probably couldn't even do back then. Speak out. And some of us are still in the slave mentality. We still don't speak out. We still won't use the resources that we're given. Change that, people. Change that mentality. Be something. Be great. Know that you are something special. Know that you can make it. Whatever you put your mind to. And it's just like that. Thank y'all for watching another episode of Not Just Music Podcast. It's your boy Quincy Murdoch. Wanted to talk on slavery today. You know what I'm saying? Change your mindset. Actually look up the definition of slavery and ask yourself, are we really being treated like slaves? Is this really a slave situation? Slavery situation. Love people. Peace. Q.